2002, Japanese researchers published a study, regression analysis showing cancer incidence rates and water fluoride levels in the USA. This paper does not exist according to the Irish Cancer Register. There is no data, according to them, anywhere to show an association between fluoridation of water and increased risk of cancer. What did it find? Of the 36 cancer sites in males and females examined, 69% were significantly associated with water fluoridation. Now, we look at the All Ireland Cancer Atlas. Shows variations between the north and south of Ireland, in some cases twofold for cancers. What they found was that, these are their words, there were significantly higher risks for cancers of non-melanoma skin cancer, leukemia, bladder, pancreas, brain, and prostate cancer in the south of Ireland than in Northern Ireland. Significantly higher risks, right? They found leukemia, 23% higher for men, 17% higher for women. Bladder cancer, 8% for men, 14% for women. Melanoma of the skin, 8% for men, 14% for women. Prostate cancer, 29% higher in the south of Ireland. Non-melanoma skin cancer, 18% and 15%. They found osteophyseal cancer, 8% higher for women in the south of Ireland. Pancreatic cancer, 22% higher for females in the south of Ireland, 12% for men. Cancer of the cervix, 11% higher in the south of Ireland. Kidney cancer. The overall increase in diagnosis of kidney cancer in Ireland was increasing at 6% per annum in the south of Ireland and 3% in Northern Ireland, double the rate. Cervical cancer, 10% higher. Brain and other central nervous, 20% higher for females, 10% higher for males. Look at the cancer data. These are the relative risks maps showing Northern Ireland non-fluoridated, the south of Ireland fluoridated. This is for leukemia, this is for leukemia, this is for pancreatic cancer, this is for brain and central nervous cancer, this is for prostate cancer. There are areas in Ireland here that are on community water schemes that are non-fluoridated. They never looked at that. This is another map from another report in 2002 where you can get into the actual detail a bit more clearly. A report in 2009 looking at cancer again between the two regions, north and south. Interesting, what they found was trends for females. Colorectal and cervical cancer decreased in Northern Ireland but remained static in the Republic of Ireland. So decreasing in the north, no change in Ireland for those three. But while female liver cancer, kidney cancer, lymphoma and lung cancer all increased in the Republic of Ireland, but there was no change in Northern Ireland. So there's no increase occurring in Northern Ireland. They're all increasing in the south or remaining static. Among female rates of new cancer, they increased significantly for liver cancer, lung cancer, melanoma, breast cancer, and cancer of the uterus in the south of Ireland, with no increase in Northern Ireland. What they said was the proximity of the two countries in Ireland would suggest that there shouldn't be too much variation in the levels of different cancers between the two countries. However, some statistical significant differences exist, particularly in pancreatic cancer, bladder cancer, cancer of the brain, blah, 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 the whole lot. They shouldn't be there, they're there. Not once did they mention in their report that the population of Northern Ireland is non-fluoridated and the population of the south of Ireland is fluoridated. With males, there were decreasing rates of cancer for males under the age of 50 in Northern Ireland. They were increasing in the Republic of Ireland. Again, in Ireland, you had significant increases for liver in males, testicular cancer, kidney cancer, leukemia, the whole lot. In the south of Ireland, none in Northern Ireland. It's just they're remaining static in Northern Ireland while significantly increasing in the north of Ireland. We live on the same island. They say there's no evidence to show any association between fluoridation and cancer. They refuse to acknowledge a Japanese study that was done, which shows an association, and the same cancers that they found are the ones that we see between the north and south of Ireland. Cancer mortality was higher in the north or higher in the south than it was in the north of Ireland. This is the cancers. Every one of these were higher in the south of Ireland than in Northern Ireland. The only few that were higher in the north were related to smoking because of the troubles, probably higher rates of smoking in the north than in the south. For leukemia, this is what they said, and I will be interested in this, that the incidence rates for chronic cystic lymphoblastic leukemia were, this is in 2002, no, or 2002 they were referring to here, 2004, sorry, were 53% higher for males and 53% higher for females in the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. 53% higher. So male incidence rates in the south of Ireland were increasing at 2.8% per year with no increase in Northern Ireland. Now, I need to finish. The countries that have the highest rates of leukemia in the world: New Zealand, USA, Australia, Canada, Republic of Ireland. According to the National Cancer Register, rates in the Republic of Ireland are significantly higher than the rest of the European Union or the UK. The rates of Northern Ireland are the same as the rest of Europe. No reference has ever been made anywhere in the international literature that the only other factor that is similar between those 5 countries is that they have water fluoridation programs. They will never mention it. Cancer incidence in Ireland and Europe, there's only 2 countries, the Czech Republic and Ireland. That's the cancer incidence in Ireland compared to the mean for all 27 countries in Europe. We're the only fluoridated country. Here's Ireland, 2012 data from the WHO. We're out here. This is the European region. 85% above the European region average. Global incidence of cancer: Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, United States, Canada, Israel, all fluoridated. No mention anywhere that they're the only countries that are fluoridated. WHO cancer incidence for Ireland and compared to Europe. Here we are, only country in Europe with a water fluoridation policy. It's just female cancer, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Here we are. What countries compare to us? United States, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Ireland, all fluoridated. Ovarian cancer. Here's Ireland, way out ahead again. Non-Hodgkin's for males, same thing, all fluoridated countries. Prostate cancer, we're the highest in the world. The reason for osteocalin has been associated as a trigger for prostate cancer and then for promoting prostate cancer. Right? So they now are saying it triggers prostate cancer. We have the highest rates of prostate cancer in the world. The highest rates of prostate cancer internationally are in the United States, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. And they know that osteocalin causes it, and they know that fluoride causes an increase in osteocalin. Prostate cancer, this is just a very quick one for Canada, because not all of Canada is fluoridated. Some of the provinces aren't. So here in blue, you have percent fluoridated. So British Columbia isn't fluoridated. That's the prostate cancer rate. So the lowest provinces with fluoridation have by far the lowest rates of prostate cancer. That's just very loose ecological evidence. In Finland, they have very high levels of fluoride in their groundwater in some areas. They're identified in red here. So when you look at the prostate cancer rates for Finland, the areas that have the highest rates of prostate cancer are all the ones that have natural occurring levels of fluoride in their water supply. I've done the same for Denmark. I've done the same for Belgium. I've done the same for most other countries in Europe. I just can't show you the data here today. The Institute of Public Health, they did a study, again, All Ireland, published in 2002. They found that when they looked at the mortality differences between the north of Ireland and the south of Ireland, mortality in the Republic of Ireland for diabetes was 470% higher, endocrine and metabolic disorders 380% higher, rheumatoid arthritis 277% higher, diseases of the musculoskeletal system 228% higher. Every disease mortality rates were higher in the south of Ireland than the north of Ireland, not by 10 or 20%. You're talking hundreds of percent. This was the differences in the diseases. So, everything, you had a higher risk of dying from any disease in the south of Ireland than in Northern Ireland. Not once did they mention in this report that water fluoridation was present in the south of Ireland and not in Northern Ireland. And yet, the big difference between them was this. When they looked at the poorest section of society in Northern Ireland and the highest income section, they looked at the difference in mortality between the two. And then they did the same in the south of Ireland. So in Northern Ireland, which are in the dark red here, you would have had maybe 200% difference in mortality between the lowest income group and the highest income group. But in the south of Ireland, the differences were up to 1,600% in some cases. Bearing in mind what I was talking about, the low quality teas, low cost teas, high levels of fluoride in them, the lowest socioeconomic group in Ireland would be most affected. Their fluoride intake would be much, much higher. We've got to stop. I'll give you my presentation. There's a lot of information on it. It's basic, simple things like diabetes. We have twice the rates of diabetes than they have in Northern Ireland. 10% of the HEC's budget is spent on on treating diabetes. It is absolutely insane what's going on in this country, and people have to educate themselves on it. We have to address the incompetence that is there among organisations with regards to the likes of the Food Safety Authority. In my mind and in my words, what looks no more than blatant, absolute professional negligence and incompetence, and it may even be corruption that's going on with regards to the dental school in Cork and the samples of fluoridated tea that have been tested. It's a disgrace. Thank you very much.